Right. Hello. Hello, gamers. You Division 2 gamers. I'm going to briefly talk about something that came up in a conversation with some friends I was playing with the other day. So, as like this is what I mean. This is my striker build. It's an all red core build. It's nothing but critical hit damage, weapon damage. This still being worked on, obviously. I'm running my St. Elmo's. There you can see my St. Elmo's and a pretty decent rifle. You know, yes, I've got the sharpshooter on. I like the sharpshooter. Stop giving me grief about it. Um, but why should we always have to have red core builds on? Well, the thing is, fuck you. Ah, he's. Come on. Come on. Right. So the thing is, for the last few years, we've been playing Division 2, and they give us the option of making builds that. Oh, fuck. I'm getting shot at. That have 3 cores. So you've got your skill. You've got your skill cores, you've got your armor cores, and you've got your weapon skill cores. And I imagine the original intent was for you to have balanced builds that took advantage of all 3 of those things. You would have builds that use the skills, because we have the skills. We have, I'm running my striker drone. I've got my restorer hive, and they do, and whatever skills you want to have, they do whatever they're supposed to do. And then you would have your armor cores, which would then buff up your armor and give you a decent amount of armor. You'd have your weapons cores, which would then, and then you have your sub attributes that contribute, and your mods, which contribute to your build. And it's all supposed to be this, I don't know, fucking rainbow-ness of wonderfulness, but it's not fucking Pride Month, so why should we fucking have rainbows? But the problem with that is we're many years on from this game having been initially released. So, end of you, mate, not me. And what's happened is over countless title updates, enemies have gotten beefier, they've gotten more hit points, and plus we have our global settings. We have our global settings. So we have a difficulty, a story which was normal, hard, challenging, heroic. Yes, I'm playing on challenging. I enjoy challenging. Then we have to have global directives. If you choose to play with these, go for your life, to make it difficult, because
hostile broadcast picked up.
Thank you, Isaac. Because people were getting really good at doing things, and that's fair enough. You have a game up, you maintain it, keep it going. People are going to figure shit out, and they're going to get really good at playing the game, and they're going to work out builds. I mean, you can go to any number of YouTube channels who will sit there with fucking spreadsheets telling you which attributes to have, which talents to have. Look, there's my unbreaking talent. Which, best in slot weapons, all of this, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. What this is chiefly about is more that we're in this weird kind of arms race where, just because I can, we are fighting not enemies, but we're fighting developers, because the only way we can effectively do damage in a timely fashion. I mean, look at this guy. He's red, and I've hit him a few times. Oh. I can take a red core guy out with about 4 or 5 shots. Or a red enemy. We call them red bars. And then we've got our yellows and our purples. You see the purple over there? I've got to shoot here. In some cases, you've got to put almost an entire fucking magazine into some of these guys, because the armor and the hit points are just so high. I hope I'm making sense. Oh, motherfucker on the gun. And see, the thing we complained about in Division 1 was the enemies are bullet sponges. So the developers put on What the fuck is that? Oh gosh. I hate those things. The developers added these armor thingies, and we have them here. You can see that I've got some, and I have health, and so it's all a bit... Oh, okay, you and your minigun, go on. Gotcha. Burn, motherfucker, burn. Where's that fucking lawnmower gone? Whoa, I'm gonna get wasted by that. So yeah, and so we got armor as a player. I'm all over the place, I know. Because we were getting fucking wasted by enemies that had armor. And it was a bullet sponge thing that we had to put up with. And we have red core builds because they do a lot of damage and they're great. Oh, narrowly managed to get away from that. Stupid fucking lawnmower. And it's it just strikes me as being a little bit dumb. It just strikes me as being weird. I mean, Destiny 2 has the problem of the increasing power level, where it's up to something like 1800 now, and the soft cap is about 1850 or something like that. You can see how many rounds I'm putting into these guys. I know my aim isn't the best, but look at that. I could take her out. That's almost an entire magazine. And I know we can't play this like real life, because if you played it like real life, you'd get shot once and you'd be fucking dead. Or you'd be bleeding out on the floor crying.
Agent requesting backup.
Oh, I'm a little busy. Can you request backup later? So it just strikes me as odd that we have...
CP captured. Good job.
Oh, I did it all by myself. There we go. Cool now.
Reinforcements en route.
That we have to have these red core builds now.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Yes, thank you, Isaac. To be able to kill stuff effectively. Because what we should be doing is having more balanced builds. But the problem is, if we have a balanced build with... Oop, don't go that way. With different cores... We do low damage numbers, and it takes forever to kill things, and everything's a fucking bullet sponge. Oh, for fuck's sake. Go away. Go away.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Oh, good-o. Right, where's he coming from? Don't catch on fire. Let's go up here. We need a better position. Positioning is everything in this game. Positioning and cover. Oh, go away. Really?
Smash it! Grenade time!
See, that was 70 plus rounds into him. There's a yellow. I know my aim's not perfect, but that's what strikes me as odd.
The division are killers!
Oh, God. I'm trying to make a point here, do you mind? Where's that guy? Oh, he's out there.
We're almost there.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to go out and get him, because he's dumb. Oh, you dummy. Anyway, as I was saying.
Weapon ready.
We can't let them get away! Your eyes
So in order to lower the time to kill for the player on NPCs, non-player characters, in the PvE world, player versus environment, for those playing at home, we have to have red core builds, otherwise everything takes forever, everyone gets bored, unless, and it's come to the point where it's done. It just, I guess it hasn't come to the point of anything. It just strikes me as something that's a bit odd and a bit funny. That
Supply room access unlocked.
thank you, Isaac. That's where it is. That's where the game is now. You either run an all red core or you run an all skill build.
Hostile broadcast detected.
Go away, Isaac. An all skill build, and you just destroy everything with skills. God, that's junk. And it just, I think we've gotten away from what the core of the game was. Now our builds are have just come down to critical hit chance, and critical hit damage. And that's it. I mean, this was was put together with the help of my clan leader. And so I've got 55.1% critical hit damage, doing 100 critical hit chance. Sorry, with 150% critical hit damage. Change the weapon, 30% critical hit, 147.8 critical hit damage. It's all about how quickly you can kill things while running around doing the things. And it's a cover-based tactical shooter, and I think the developers need to go back and think about what their game is supposed to be. I know Marco Style said they have no idea what they're doing because they can't figure out what they're trying to do with their own game. And he's got a point.
Good on supplies.
Pick your genre and stick to it. So that's enough of me crapping on about something that came up in a conversation the other day. I don't need them, those. Go away. I hope you found this slightly enjoyable. I will probably tag some other, maybe one or two other YouTubers in this. Not that I'm some famous kind of guy. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. All of the builds have just come down to red core builds because they fucking kill. And we're sick of bullet sponges. And so to compensate for that, at higher tiers of difficulty, all the enemies are bullet sponges because we're killing stuff too fast. We've effectively circumvented the game's mechanics to suit ourselves, which is fine, which is what gamers do. I'm sure there are teenagers in China who have figured all this stuff out much quicker than we did. And that's what it is. So I know it's not a sweary one this time, but yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Just strikes me as a bit odd. Oh, I picked that all up as junk. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, that's enough out of me. Go play. Have fun. Be good.